Peter B not in the race. Nigeria is too big for him. APC's Deputy National Treasurer. National Treasurer of the APC, Mrs. Omorede Osifo Marshall, in this interview with Ojeva Esiohun, speaks on a number of issues relating to the forthcoming general elections. She said Tinubu is no pushover and that the Muslim ticket of the party won't affect its fortunes. So she was asked, how would you describe the emergence of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as APC's presidential candidate? And she states, I'm very happy because it was a well-deserved victory. As you are aware, we have been in the struggle to support Tinubu for president for a very long time, and we are happy that things are turning to favor us. We were one of the first groups to talk him into running for the number one position in the country, and we're happy when he finally accepted and keyed into the program. So when she was asked about how President Buhari's role in the primaries, she was asked if Buhari was against Tinubu or not, and she states, well, first of all, you said that the presidency did not say anything. Of course, the president is father to all. If you have 10 children, you won't want to show anyone or show them that anyone is your favorite child. You want to be open to order them in the same way. And obviously, when she was asked what was the magic behind Tinubu's success at the primaries, she states, talking about magic, a lot of things were at play. If you take a critical look at the way things went, you discover that even the cabal in the north all supported Tinubu. This is to tell you that he has national acceptance. Can we be serious? Excuse me, national acceptance over a small percentage, not even 0.01% of the population, a cabal in the north? So this goes to show that when it comes to power, really, it does lie there. Because if you're going to talk about national acceptance and it is all coming from one specific location, then that tells you all you need to say. So that is literally it. And she justifies it by saying that Tinubu over the years has shown he's capable and he has done it many times. And, and Tinubu has taken APC to the level that they are now, and he never turned his back on the party. Well, I guess he's now entitled because he's carrying the party to levels. He feels that it is his turn, and so the party probably is just obliged to support him. She then states the support Tinubu has is enormous, and he's the kind of person Nigeria needs as a president. And obviously, when she was asked about Tinubu's choice of running mate, she states, I want to say the task of building the country is not about being Christian or Muslim. I am a Christian. We are all one. We are all brothers and sisters. We all serve God in different ways. I want to say that in picking his running mate, he didn't take religion into consideration because he believes Nigeria is one. Well, the party that he's under and the president haven't really shown that in their actions that they've taken. So what can you really say about that? So, she's obviously saying a lot of really, you may say it's very delusional in some ways, because it's like, let's be realistic with the competition. Those that would support Tinubu are very much compromised. It's just a fact. Now, what we're here for, obviously she was asked that Peter Obi of the Labour Party seems to be making waves ahead of the forthcoming presidential election. She was asked, don't you think he is a threat to Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar? And she says, I want to say capital no. He is not a threat as far as we are concerned in APC. I will say it and I will say it now and again. How many states do we have in Nigeria? It is not enough to make noise on social media. Do they have a structure? The answer is no. How many governors do they have? How many senators do they have? How many House of Representatives and State House of Assembly do they have? When it comes to elections, things are more serious than that. Based on the statistics we have on ground now, APC has more states than PDP. So what magic are they going to do? Now, when it comes to this, I think it's a very much factual argument. But what they really do need to understand is that power does not just lie with your political party and structure. Listen, we cannot deny, of course, PDP and APC have been the only parties, let's be honest, political parties that have been in Nigeria, and you cannot underestimate and just forget the amount of work that it takes for them to have built relevance and stance in different states. But again, as they have also argued, it is a game of numbers. And when you have the youth who are the most populous, demographic in the country, then their votes matter. And if you find that most of them are leaning towards Peter Obi, what will you do about that? Because really, it's not necessarily how many states you have. It's about the numbers. And of course, they can really defend that. And I think an example of this is really with the Osun elections. APC didn't win, but PDP did. But then now it's like, you really have to now understand, where do the people lie? So yes, if a lot of the people would lie in favor of Peter Obi in a lot of states, then what can they say about it? It means that the youth will have to do something very strong to defeat the years of work that APC or PDP have done in certain states to gain dominance. That's what they're going to have to do. And we also have to really understand as well, the governors that they have, senators that they have, House of Representatives, and state House of Assembly members do they have? And that is very key, very relevant, because if these numbers are not there, we're talking, these are people that will be making a lot of the decisions, and this is the body in which a lot of bills, decisions, policies would have to go through before it is approved. So yes, she is making a point. Labour Party would also have to get a substantial amount, but to make it fair, it shouldn't be that you being the winning party, you have an overwhelming amount. You have 80% APC and then 10% or 15% 15% PDP and 5% Labour Party. If it turns out to be a thing where we have, let's say, realistically, I don't know, 50%. I don't know how to say, but let's say 30% on let's say PDP, APC, and Labour Party. I mean, it really should be that vast. You cannot just have House of Representatives, governors, senators, just 50-50 into two. Like, that doesn't really make sense. And it wouldn't make it fair. So, really, on the grounds of that, she is right. But I don't think, Nigeria is too big for Peter Obi. Listen, I think they may just be used to winning for so long that, Peter Obi must obviously be a threat. I mean, how can she not say that? They are used to winning for so long that they're even still using the same old tactics of, their strategies and all that to still win. So really, doesn't really make a difference. Does not really make a difference. Let's look at the comment section. The truth is bitter. How can you expect a kindergarten student to become a lecturer in university? And I think that's also why the youth understand how big this is. They really do understand. Again, you can't underestimate the work. Whether you call it legit or not, or you say it's unfair, the fact is they've been longer in the game. So you can't undermine that experience that they have. But you also cannot be too cocky to think that's all that you need. It's as simple as that. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.